Microsoft had their own software before they looked at it. It took 2 long years for them to make a decision, and they always thought twice. Hey, should you go with INSZoom, which is a very small, tiny company towards their size, or should they go and continue to build on their own? The agility that INSZoom provides. So we provide a new latest forms for close to 55 countries today within 24 to 48 hours. That is something even Microsoft cannot do it. I mean, they could do it, but it is not worth their investment.
Right.
So that's what they start realizing it. So my pitch to them was, yes, you could go and build anything you like because you got infrastructure, but question is the good ROI for your company? So they thought about this, and finally they decided to go with INSZoom. And so getting Microsoft as a client wasn't an easy one. I mean, they have a lot of processes to basically make a decision with the way the code has been written, the security around it, and the team, our processes, everything. So we passed everything in flying colors. Right? It is a great accomplishment for me and the company and the entire team.
Wonderful, and we would say that it's an sort of achievement for us also, because when you go and look at the website of INSZoom, you won't realize that there is somebody who is from this ethnic background sitting behind all these wonderful, impressive services being offered. Talking about ethnicity or being from India and working in the business environment of USA, do you think it has come as some sort of obstacle or has restricted your growth in any way?
I don't know whether that has restricted our growth, but it has been, when we started trying to push our product in our first customer base or market base was American Immigration Lawyers Association. So when we walked in there, we knew nobody. So it is just me and Raj who used to have a small booth and would sit and try to do it, and we did try to figure out how we're going to crack in there. So we did have, sign up some clients, and they basically liked our product. And in the first conference when we presented our product, and people came by, it is very hard to believe for many people. People were standing in line to take a demo of our product.
Wow!
I mean, it is me and Raj were just sitting there. And we were just showing, we were very excited. We thought, man, this is going to work. So, but before that, we already had a few clients. It is not that when we were in the conference, there is nobody. But we could feel that, hey, our idea, what we have, it's going to work. And after a year, we saw that there were 14 other companies who were doing exactly what we were doing. So, with all of this, we stood ahead. The reason is, one is we got a great product. We provide a great customer service. I think these two are what has helped INSZoom to grow. So without any endorsement from any of the big firms or any other celebrities or whatever it is, we could make it to grow just on these two strengths.
Wonderful. My guest today is Umesh Vaidyamath, CEO of INSZoom, and he has recently been recognized for his success as top 50 Asian business owners. Having received this award, what does it mean to you?
I think it feels great to have that award. And one who have worked all this hard this many years, and getting an award like this, it makes us me proud, and my team proud, and also many of our clients felt very proud. And I was in ILA conference. Many of our clients stopped by to congratulate us, and along with that, I received probably hundreds of emails from our clients, from our friends, and people that I know, congratulating this award. And I think it is indeed a proud moment for INSZoom. It is just not for me.
Very nice. And continuing with what you said, friends stopped by. ITV also has requested you to stop by to receive our compliments and congratulations. And talking about the way you are providing your services, you have claimed, and of course it is there, that within 24 hours the forms are updated. And this, we are not talking about one country, probably we are talking about 50 countries?
55 countries.
55 countries. So how do you manage that?
We have a team of engineers, and there is a team of 8 people. That's what they do. Their job is to scan around the world on the different websites and make sure that the forms are up to date, And also we do have many law firms that work with us and corporations that work with us in other countries and as well as United States. And if anything is going to change, even we get notified through them. So it is, we work with our clients and we work proactively, and with both us working together, we make it happen.
Usually when you talk about the traditional business setup, then you go and there's a large factory or there's a big establishment, and then you show people with pride that, oh, this is what we have. In the case of internet world, where you start as a startup in a small place and then you grow very big, but still you don't have to grow in terms of visibility of the place to that extent. So talking about the measurements of success for you, whatever figures you want to share with our viewers, like you started with this investment and now your turnover is this much, or anything like that.
We are a privately held company. We don't disclose our figure set. But as far the investment goes, we had almost no investment. It was started in my house, and when I was still working at one of the semiconductor company in Silicon Valley, and from there, we have built, and we have no debts, and we have been profit making for last 5 years.
So that's very interesting. He's not going to share his profits with us, of course, but he's not even sharing the information about the amount of profit, which is also interesting. But you have been instrumental in spreading the awareness. You probably were also the first one to host the Immigration and Global Mobility Conference in Bangalore. Now, how that idea came to you and how it helped, do you think?
In the United States, companies have, to a certain extent, have a maturity with immigration, and also there are law firms here which help corporations. Whereas in India, India is going through a rapid growth phase, and many of the Indians who work in India, and they have to go on projects around the world, and the immigration team within Indian corporations are not well educated with respect to immigration. There is people who know immigration very well, but the next level, it lacks a lot of clarity on what needs to be done. And there are certain companies that I have met, and the vice presidents in those companies, they know immigration really, really well and what needs to be done. I'm not about the immigration law. I'm even talking about automating the entire immigration process. Let's say there is a company. I've met many companies in India. They're growing every 100% every year. So if there is a company with 3,000 employees this year, next year they're going to be 6,000. So in the 3,000 employees, 1/3 of their workforce, the rule of thumb in most of the Indian IT companies, is going to be worldwide. So 1/3 of their workforce is not going to be in India. They are working at their client site all over the world. So to be able to manage that kind of workforce, they need to have automated system. Yeah, if you have 300 employees, 500 employees, yeah, you could manage with Excel sheets, whatever it is. But when it comes to, when you should cross 500 or 1,000 or 2,000, and when you're growing twice the size of your previous year, there is a lot of pressure on the immigration team within the corporation to basically to meet that needs efficiently and effectively. And it is not only doing the visas. What do you do after visa is processed? So INSZoom basically wanted to bring awareness, educate them that, hey, don't stop just doing the visa. Afterwards, you need to make sure your employees are compliant. Because many times when the employee is sent abroad to do a project, he doesn't know what the rules and regulations are. Probably many of the people may know what you do in H1 and if you come in L1, because many people know what H1 is, L1 is in India right now. But what do you do for UK? What do you do for Germany? What do you do for Singapore? What do you do for Malaysia? Because we keep hearing in the newspaper saying that, so and so Indian CEO was arrested in Malaysia or something. Also, you'll see that some of the Indian software engineers were arrested, or they were basically detained by the immigration officials. So why does it happen? It is because the employees are not trained well before they leave the country. So the companies, again, back, they don't have a system to basically keep everybody compliant. You need to have a system to track every employee when he's leaving, what information should carry. When a certain document expires, what does it mean? So this is responsibility has to be borne by the corporation as opposed to the employee, because the employee is trained to go and do the job, not to take care of his visa information unless he's been trained. So we thought this is very important that we start bringing this awareness among the Indian IT corporations. So this was, once we started initially, it was a huge success. We invited top management from top 20 companies in India, and 90% of them showed up. And it was a great honor that, companies in India are recognized as one of the leaders in immigration. So along with that, now in India we are trying to build more awareness with respect to immigration. So we have started